All right, guys. Today I'm going to go over types of reactions, and we're going to cover 5 main types of reactions. I'm going to use food and celebrities to help you learn this, so hopefully you'll have some fun with this. All right, so the first type of reaction is synthesis reaction, also sometimes called combination reaction. So either name is acceptable, and this is how it works. So you have separate things. So for example, A is separate from B is separate from C, and then after they react, they become a new compound together. An example might be sodium and chlorine. Sodium is, hold on. Pause. Oh, it's not going to let me. I was going to blow my nose, but I guess I'm not. Okay. Sodium is a highly explosive chemical in water, and obviously you have water in your system. And chlorine is a toxic gas. However, you eat sodium chloride all the time. Okay, so sodium and chlorine, even though very not good to consume, sodium chloride, no problem. It's different as combined. Okay. So here's kind of a food example of that. If A were graham crackers and B were Hershey's chocolate and C were marshmallows, all of those 3 things are separate, but when we combine them together, we should know that we get s'mores. Obviously, that's a very oversimplified example of a reaction, but that's kind of the idea, separate things making a new together thing. If we want to talk relationships, so Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are 2 separate entities. However, when they are combined, it's quite the impressive combo. So that's been a fun journey the last year. Who knows, hopefully by the time this video is happening, they're still together. So a second type of reaction is decomposition, and it's almost exactly the opposite. So you've got some type of combination, A and B, some type of chemical compound, and then we separate them into their individual components. So, for example, an Oreo is an already combined item, but lots of people separate them into their cookie and their cream components. So look at that. Oh, that's all cream. By the way, that's all vegetable oil. Oreos are vegan. I don't know if you knew that, but there's no dairy in there. Not chocolate, not milk, nothing. Okay, so we separated them into their individual components. This is a pretty big breakup. So they were a couple. AB was a couple, and they had a pretty gnarly breakup. That's one of the Jonas Brothers and one of the girls from Games of Thrones. I couldn't tell you their name right now. But they had a pretty contentious breakup because they have kids, and it's been kind of nasty. So we decomposed that chemical compound. They are individual now. The third type is single replacement. So what you're looking for in this one is something that is single, something that is by itself. In this case, it's the C. So there's a couple over here, and then C is by itself. Now, C is in the reaction, and B is by itself. So something that was in a compound is now no longer in that compound, and it was subbed out for the other thing. Okay, so a kind of lame version for food. If this is a burger with ketchup, and this is avocados on the side, you actually wanted avocados on it and you wanted ketchup on the side. So we substituted the thing that was by itself. Avocado was by itself. Now ketchup is by itself. Oops. And here avocado is now in the sandwich. The ketchup and the avocado basically switched places. Now, this is not a very helpful reaction, so let me show you one of my generation, which still bothers me. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt were like the it couple. They were so happy. And Brad Pitt filmed a movie with Angelina Jolie called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and it basically destroyed their marriage. Who knows if it happened, if the affair began before they got a divorce or whatever, but they were the couple and she was the single person, and lo and behold, they were then the couple and she was the single person. Now, of course, they've had this really contentious breakup since then, so chemical reactions don't always stay bonded, but for a very long time they were together. She was poor Jennifer Aniston, whom I love. I just adore her. And so, my girl got left behind, singly replaced. So again, this was the couple, so this is like A and B, and this is C, and now B is on the side and C is in the relationship. Here's a slightly more maybe relevant for your generation example. So Olivia Rodrigo, and I don't even remember that guy's name, but the rumor was that they were together, and then the rumor was that Sabrina Carpenter kind of stepped in and stole him away. So this was the couple, and then after the reaction, she's the single one, and they're the one in the relationship. So another single replacement. Next, we have double replacement. So this now you have two compounds, and the compounds switch partners with each other. So, and it doesn't matter. Like obviously, I'm just using kind of generic letters here. Usually, the cation and anion, and let's call this a cation and anion if they are anions. Usually, the cation would connect with the anion, and the anion would connect with the cation. But you don't have to worry about that. Just know that there's a couple and a couple. Okay, and then they split up and then repair. That's the idea here. So food example, we've got double double from In-N-Out with animal style. That's what the word I'm looking for. So we've got a hamburger animal style, and then we've got ketchup just on French fries. But everyone knows like ketchup on French fries. That's totally lame. If you're gonna go to In-N-Out, you have to get the animal style fries. But let's say you only have enough money for either the animal style burger or the animal style fries. Maybe you're going to change your order to get that animal style fries and then the burger with just the ketchup. So they've switched partners. It was the French fries with the ketchup. Now it's the burger with the ketchup. This was the burger with the animal style. Now it's the French fries with the animal style. Okay, so switching places. Back to my older example, this is Cameron Diaz and John Mayer, who has basically dated everyone in Hollywood, so he's an easy person to use for double replacement. But my girl Jennifer Aniston worked so hard to try to find Mr. Right after Brad Pitt and was rumored to have dated Bradley Cooper. Who knows if these things are true? And most likely they each dated, well, definitely they dated. And there's rumors that Bradley Cooper dated Cameron Diaz as well. So they switched partners. Okay, so they both were original partners, both now switched partners. Another example, I'm really bad at these names, so forgive me, but one of the Kardashians and some rappers and Rihanna, and they switched partners at one point. You guys are going to be laughing when you watch this because you'll be like, duh, Miss B or Miss C, whatever my name is at the point. That's so-and-so and so-and-so. But they switched partners with each other. So double replacement. It's not like someone stole a person and someone's single. They're both were in relationships and then they split and then they became new relationships. So that's double replacement. The last one is combustion reaction. So the key here is this guy here, O2. If you see O2 by itself, not like CO2, BO2, DO2, whatever, just O2 chilling by itself on the left side, that's a combustion reaction. The most common combustion reaction is going to look like this bottom one down here. This is HC, which means it's hydrogen and carbon. And usually, like, sometimes you'll see HXCX. What that's telling you is, like, honestly, any combination. Like, this could be petroleum, this could be propane, this could be octane, all different types of hydrocarbons. And in the presence of oxygen, that's what causes a fire. That's a combustion reaction. And the byproducts of that will always be water and CO2. Okay, so H2O and CO2 here, carbon dioxide. So the key here is O2 by itself on the left side. I don't have a clever analogy for this one, but those are the types of the reactions, kind of food and celebrity style. I hope you enjoyed.